Oh my god, I can't type. Spontaneous stream. There. Posting in the Discord server. Spontaneous stream. Stream. There. Doodle stream or com stream. Well, I've been working on commission pieces all day, so I need to do some art for myself. So what that entails, I have no clue. Because I do so much stuff for other people. Stream times. I do so much work for other people, like constantly. I'm always doing video edits for other people, constantly doing art for other people. Making merch for selling at conventions and craft fairs, so that's technically making stuff for other people. Yeah, so I don't really give myself an awful lot of time. Why aren't you showing the thumbnail? There we go. An awful lot of time to just draw stuff for myself. Whether we get to that during the stream, I have no idea, because what often ends up happening is I just end up chatting with people, and that's fine. I actually have my water beside me for a change. Wow. I might need to refill it in a minute. Also, I just had dinner, so sorry if I'm coughing a lot. It was roast chicken, potatoes, and green beans. And I set off my fire alarm, not because I burnt the chicken, but because my fire alarm hates me. And whenever I make anything, it might even be toast. Message? Why is it saying message? What? Oh, that's an actual Twitter user? That's so annoying. But yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of stuff today. I have no idea what though. Let's see, what have we got to do? We have, well, let's get some music going first of all. Let's see if I can get some license free music going for you guys. Well, I say license free, but half the time it doesn't end up being license free. It gets tagged as that, but then this is what happens, and why so many videos get taken down by YouTube bots, because obviously artificial intelligence cannot use common sense. Sound samples, right? Stock sound samples. The stock sound library can be used by anyone, and sadly can also be used by AI generators. So whenever license-free music, quote unquote, is created, it's often using samples from these stock libraries. License-free music or AI generated music uses stuff from the same libraries, and if actual musician, artist, creator is also using stuff from these libraries, quite often, if the music is uploaded by someone that's using an AI, the AI has used the sample from the library and is trying to sell it or pass it off as their own creation, they can get someone else in trouble and get a copyright claim on their music for using stuff that's in their song as well. Does that make sense? So so often when you're playing a so-called license-free playlist in the background of your video or stream, it can sometimes get copyright claimed, which is so bloody frustrating. Would you watch a Maddie review made completely with AI? I would certainly hope you wouldn't do that, because if you did, you'd be kind of, you know, supporting an AI generated version of myself, which I'm okay, it would be of my character, not of me, but that's still, hell no, that is incredibly immoral, so I would encourage you to rethink that statement. Anyway, let's try and I did bring up our AI generators myself, so maybe that's why you asked that question, but I know it was a hypothetical and probably rhetorical, but yeah. No, let's not do that. License free instrumental. An annoying thing about copyright free music as well is quite often they have AI generated thumbnails, which I really don't want to support either. No vocals. Or do we want something a bit more gentle? Well, we don't want it that loud. Okay, let's see. Oh, piss off with your Lily Orchard crap. My god. Hell no. Wow. I do not ever want to see that name. Ever. Oh my god. No. Hell to the no. Alright. That's not the first time I've been compared to Lily Orchard, by the way. My god. Alright. So there's a difference between being nice and being good. Like, I'm trying to be kinder to myself and also have some self-respect, and if someone says something that I'm not happy about, I'm going to make it clear. But you aren't, you know, a dipstick. Well, let's not, like, say derogatory things like I've never met the person. However, I have worked with people who have, and have had one interaction with them, and it was, yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. And not to go into too much detail, but the history that some people that I've worked alongside have history with them, and that's enough for me to know that I want nothing to do with this person. And I would appreciate it if their name was not brought up, because, you know, it's the whole Lord Voldemort thing. Say their name enough times and it gives them power somehow. You're fine, you didn't know, but yeah, let's not. It's like, I don't want to, like... I have my super chats open if you want to request a doodle, Poloki Bird. But we just started, so, I don't know who this Lily Orchard is, but they sound unpleasant, so yeah, I'll leave it at that. If you don't know who Lily Orchard is, then keep it that way. I didn't do anything for Halloween either. I love Halloween. I love scary movies. I love all that kind of stuff. But I grew up in a very strict religious household, and my first Halloween I celebrated properly. By that by the time I did that for the first time, I was already in my early 20s. Does Predator count as a Halloween movie? Or Honeydew, I am going to ask you not to talk about AI as a fun thing. AI generators may be fun to use on a casual level to make something quick and silly, but if you actually research into AI generators, they were programmed using images and sound bites and other things without the original creator's permission or knowledge, and they without going into too much detail, you can do your own research in regards to that, but they are plagiarists heaven. And they've also been used to create really slanderous content and to cause issues within the legal system. They have been used to frame people for doing things they did not do, etc., etc. And when you're using these things, even in a silly, casual way, you're actually supporting something that is incredibly bad for the environment. So I highly encourage you to change your stance on AI generators. And I've already said let's not talk about Lily Orchard. I mean, like, we're barely 10 minutes into the stream and I'm already pissed off about that. Alright. Anyway, how's the music level? Can everyone hear the music okay? You're getting Mad Munchkin tonight. Emphasis on the mad. Yeah, there's music, but I'm guessing it's not really coming through. So let me adjust the... Oh, it's really not coming through. Wow. There we go. How about that? There we go. Okay, we've got some metal going in the background. It's metal, not rock and roll, but yeah. Let's see. So it's daylight savings this weekend. Tonight we fall back an hour. So I technically started streaming at 7:10, not 8:10. I live in North Carolina. For those that don't know, I immigrated 4 years ago, so I live in the US now. I also live near train tracks, so you might hear a train right now. We hope to move next year, not just because of the train, but for other reasons. Oh, that's a good question. Let's get Maddie. What's a topic you consider yourself a snob about? I'm definitely a snob when it comes to talking about animated shows and movies and stuff. Like, I think most people know that. I admit I am a bit of an elitist. So, like, I'm working on that. I've been working on that for a while now. Someone called me out for it, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I need to sort my brain out, and but it depends on what you mean by snob, though, because like that could mean different things to other people. Like, some people might take the word snob to mean their opinion is gospel, or snob might mean that they only watch certain stuff and they won't give stuff a chance, other things a chance, or they only yeah, that's about it. I think I think for me it's like I value my personal opinion on things, but that's because I'm an analyst, so I kind of have to because it's part of my job. But it's working on it to know that it's an opinion, not fact. Let's see. I am going to start doodling. We're just going to doodle something random. Actually, you know what? No, we're not. We are going to work on baby's design. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So in the last stream we did a design for a character called Scarlet. And this is a character based on a concept it's been rolling around in my brain for a few years. It's a working title, Dragon and Baby. Or an alternative title is A Dragon Found a Baby. And the story is basically a dragon wakes up one day and there's a human baby in his lair. So the dragon has to figure out where the baby came from and how is he going to get it back to his kingdom. What kind of music I enjoy? I like to think I have quite an eclectic taste in music. I like metal, I like rock and roll, I like classical, I like rockabilly. I guess I'm not a big fan of rap music or R&B and stuff like that. I'm not a biggest fan of that kind of genre, but it just sometimes with rap music I can't understand what they're saying. So yeah, you could say that about metal scream music as well. I like metal music, but not screamer music, you know, like where they just throat scream everything. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, therefore I can't really connect. Anyway, let's see. By the way, really loved that background art you made in the last few days. Me saying last few days because last weekends all blend together somewhat. I appreciate that. I'm trying to find Scarlet because I showed Doc my drawings and concept for it, and he pointed out that maybe the baby's a bit too young, so I'm like, okay. Because his first question was, is that baby weaned? And I'm like, that's a good question actually, yeah. So maybe I should make him a bit older. So that's what I'm gonna do. Always value the good doctor's feedback. Alright, have you ever played in a D&D game before? Yes, I started playing D&D for the first time in 2020, and sadly that was around the same time that my sister got sick. So I decided to leave the game and told them, look, I'm probably not going to come back. Then when my sister passed away, that was when I'm like, yeah, D&D is not for me. However, was it this year? Earlier this year? Tarek, Doc's brother, started up a D&D session with myself, Blissey and Doc playing a game together, and we're really enjoying it. Yes, we've been recording the sessions. Yes, we hope to post them eventually. So, but we shall see, because each session is over 3 hours long. I've started editing episode 1, but discovered each video session of that takes hours to edit down, so you can understand why it's taking me forever to actually start posting that. So maybe it's something that I can start doing next year, but we shall see. So we're going to work on this baby. God darn. Wow. You know another thing that I hate about AI generated imagery, when you do a Google search and then go to image, a lot of the first few images, or just every now and then, it's just an AI image. And like, if you have an artistic trained eye, you can spot it a mile away. But I have to admit, it's getting harder. Well, I'm not saying about... well, I play with a couple of Mormons, so there's not going to be any swears. However, when you're editing a session that is just, like, talking off the cuff, there's a lot of pauses, a lot of stuttering, and a lot of, just... a lot of background noise and stuff, and you're trying to edit all that out, and it's... There's one thing that I can't stand with video editing, it's the audio. I hate editing audio. Absolutely hate it. Hello Chris, I appreciate you coming in here. I know it's late for you, so I appreciate you coming in to say hi. Looking forward to seeing you in a few weeks. Alright, let's see. I wonder if I can get... Oh, that's kind of creepy as well. Ah, there we go. That's what I want. Okay. Maybe I can get in a call with you tomorrow so you can tell me how the con went. Oh, darn it. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to be at church and then I'm going out for dinner, so I might miss you tomorrow, but we'll see. YouTube and Disney had a spat, and in retaliation Disney removed all their paid-to-watch content off of YouTube. Well, that's news to me. Ding, level up. Oh, Photoshop, why are you deleting? Don't do that. There is no reason for you to be doing that. There we go. That fixed it. I don't even know what I did, but it did something. Nope, you're still delaying. Okay, fine, screw you. Start that again. Oh, it's the big 3-0. Jeez, Frost. Doing anything special for it? Okay, let's try this again then. Right. Festival of Friendship. What, where is that? I'm guessing it's an MLP convention of some kind. Tormenting the public with my existence. Well, yeah. But you do that every day. You do that every day. So how is that any different? Okay. Photoshop, please be nice. Be kind. Okay. Frost is a guy. Okay, that's a bit random or a honeydew, but okay. Because I will be a level 30 wizard and shall cast magic upon the land. Mwahaha. So I'm using some Aaron Plays art as reference here. Just. Whose dragon is that? It's my dragon. My dragon OC Scarlet. Not much planned other than being me, maybe binging Hollow Knight like I have been. Okay. Can we please not use all caps in the chat? I'd appreciate that. I just find it very obnoxious, so I'd appreciate it if people didn't do that. You don't have to type in all caps, please avoid it. Even if you're quoting something and the guy did shout, please don't use all caps. Yeah, it's difficult when you have to like prioritize your travel. But it's nature of the beast, I'm afraid. Come to North Horse Con. I know. If I could, I would. It's just not on the cards for me right now. I'm gonna try and it's a bit. I don't know why you're bringing up Family Guy. Like, it's a bit random. Okay. Did you and Mr. Kit get trick or treaters? No, we didn't. we live in an apartment complex, and even if we, I mean, we bought candy for the first year that we moved into this apartment complex, and we didn't get anybody. So we're like, well, that was kind of a waste of money. So. Wow, that's not how feet work, but whatever. No, don't listen to them. Don't listen to him. Well, it is a waste of money because we bought it for trick-or-treaters. Yes, we'll have candy, but I don't eat candy. It is a toddler. Well, I can't draw hands, it seems. So when Warner Brothers starts writing off cartoons, what did you consider the biggest loss? I don't know. I don't know how to answer a question when it's also telling me a fact that I didn't know about. I'm not entirely sure what exactly you're asking. Thanks for dropping by, Frost. Okay, so you're asking questions so you can answer it. Alright, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna try and steer the conversation topic myself, if you don't mind. Let's see. We are drawing a baby, and that is a character from a story I'm working on called Dragon and Baby. If I bring up the reference again. The dragon in the story is called Scarlet. We drew him in the last stream that we did. And this is actually a redesign of him. He had a different design before. This is a lot more the horns are different. And we also drew another dragon called Indigo. Is it like Tarzan with dragons? No, it's not like Tarzan with dragons because the dragon doesn't keep the baby. The story is about the dragon trying to find the baby a home, which is kind of the literal opposite of the Tarzan story. It's not Jungle Book either. I literally just said that the dragon doesn't keep the baby. I only gave you a synopsis of the story. But anyway, yeah, so the the dragon wakes up to find a baby in his lair, and the story is about basically the dragon is trying to return the baby to wherever it came from, and it's like there's two warring kingdoms nearby, so he doesn't know where the baby came from. It's like, which kingdom did it come from? He doesn't know. How did the baby get there in the first place? He doesn't know. He just wants to get the baby back to somewhere safe because he's a literal dragon. He, you know, there'll be other dragons around that will want to eat the baby. This dragon in particular does not want to eat the baby. And the story is basically that the dragon is trying to return the baby to wherever he's from, but he's a dragon. If anyone sees him, he's gonna get killed on sight. Or if they don't kill him on sight, they'll kill him certainly after they get the baby back from him. Yes, and I'm telling you that this story is not like the Jungle Book. Bloody hell. Okay. The story is still in its infancy. There's not much coherency yet, and I'm not being very articulate with my explanation, but we're just playing around with some designs right now. I'm well aware of the Jungle Book story and how they keep trying to return Mowgli to the human village, but it's... I'd appreciate it if, yeah. It's not like the Jungle Book. I can remind you of that, sure, but like, yeah, it's... similar themes, I guess. For sure need to be at HarmonyCon next year. I have too many people to see now. Why am I so popular? It's almost like you're a good person or something. Everything can remind you of something when you want it to. Yeah, I understand. I just didn't like it when they said that, oh, so it's basically Jungle Book with dragons, or oh, it's basically Tarzan with dragons. I'm like, okay, that's... yeah. Anyway. Oh, it was part of your plan all along. I see. I can't draw babies. My god, that looks awful. Okay, let's see. I'm in a very grumpy mood today, so my apologies if I'm being blunt a lot of the time, but it's been a week, and I've been working a hell of a lot, and I just want to chill and relax. I don't know what Z2A is. What's up? Been watching since your old pony videos. Nice to see you're still drawing. Of course. Coyote versus Acme was saved. Yes, it was. That's awesome. Some artists get kind of offended or a bit pissed off when their work is automatically compared to something that already exists, and it kind of diminishes the entire purpose. And it's frustrating when the story's not even public and it's already being compared to that, even with just giving the simple synopsis. So that's why it annoyed me. I know you didn't mean anything by it, but just a heads up, some artists don't appreciate their work being automatically compared to something. So just keep that in mind. Especially when you don't know the full thing about it. Anyway. Alright. It's just like how any and all fantasy are automatically compared to Lord of the Rings because it's the same genre. Or it has similar themes, you know, it's a very automatic thing. Like, and there are a lot of stories of like that kind of thing with babies being found by other species, or like a fish out of water story kind of thing. And yeah, I understand why you said it, but yeah, I'm just, yeah. And I can't draw babies to save my life, so I'm trying. But I would say Lord of the Rings comparison, because Lord of the Rings has been around a hell of a lot longer than Game of Thrones has. I'm sorry, but what does Lord of the Rings have to do with Superman? What the hell? $90 for a game should be illegal. Yeah. are, I would argue, are harder to draw than hands. I hate feet. Well, I mean, like, Lord of the Rings was first published in 1954, and in my mind, that it's like, it feels like it's been around a lot longer than that. Oh my god, keyboard. You guys are so random. Can't count concepts that inspired it? On what grounds? I'm gonna do a thing. I need more mods. Alright. It's fine. There's only 9 people here. It's fine. Too many mods in the chat loses its entertainment value. We've all seen those streams and they feel so sterile and inhuman. Well, can I just say that it's my stream and I can have as many mods as I want? Thank you very much. Entertainment value. Wow. Okay. You're kind of being a bit disrespectful, if I'm perfectly honest with you, Aura Honeydew. Like, can we ease up on that, please? I'm not just here for your entertainment. I know I'm streaming, but, you know, it's like, I'm doing this for free, so, you know, I have to have some kind of structure and limitations set on the audience for everyone's safety, including my own. That's why mods exist. And when I say mods, it's actual people that, you know, look after the chat, not bots. I mean, I'm a mod for Silver's chat. I try to keep tabs on his streams, so they play a vital role. So let's show some respect to the mods, please. Okay. I just wanted to have a nice chill stream. Let's be kind. Okay. Baby Eddie? Can you remind me what that's from? Baby Eddie? What's the coldest drink you've drank? Coldest? I don't know. The baby from Roger Rabbit is named Herman. Not Eddie. Yeah, Eddie is the detective. Coldest drink. Yeah, Iron Brew. Let's go with that. The baby in my story does not have a name as of yet, but... Ugh. Yeah, I don't like that. Bob Hoskins passed away 11 years ago. Yes, it doesn't feel like that. Ten years since you first saw a Maddie video. What was your first Maddie video? I'm curious. For most people, it was the Why I Hate Alicorn OC videos. Would you consider the debut version of our comic character the truest version or the prototype? I don't like thinking of characters as products. I don't like the word prototype associated with a character. Unless it's literally serving to sell a product. But I think what you're asking is, would you consider like the first version of a character to be the prototype regardless of what media it's released in? Truest version. No. I would say that it's the most raw form, and then it gets molded over time into like a character evolves over time, but also a character doesn't just belong to the person that created it. After a while, it belongs to the people that consume the stuff that the character is in, and then if the creator passes away, then the IP gets passed on to someone else, and they create another version of it to keep the evolution of the character going. Out of curiosity, what logic are we going with this? Do people understand the dragon, or is it dragon speaking? But the dragon does not speak. The dragon does not talk. My idea for this story is that there is no dialogue whatsoever. We are relying on just the visuals for the storytelling in this story. Manga characters are different, I'd say, as they usually have the same writer throughout the entire story, not passed around writer to writer. Have you ever read Berserk? Because how Guts starts out in Berserk is vastly different to the Guts at, like, well, it's not even over yet, but like later in the story, like several books later in the story, the art changes quite substantially as well. It gets more sophisticated. Yeah. Yes, it is very heavy. It takes a lot to stomach, for sure. I don't like how round this face is, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, the art gets better, the characters evolve depending on how the story is written, but I think the question was about how characters change over different representations via different media and different writers and creators as it changes over time. So therefore, like, it's no longer in its truest form, quote unquote, to go back to the question. But I don't know if it truest form is not quite the right term. purest form, maybe, because it's its earliest representation. It's a trick question because while there are characters who are great and static, a good character to me is always developing. Like there's being consistent with staying consistent and then allowing a character to grow. Yeah, I can agree with that. Okay, I think that works. Forgot his belly button. Yes, the baby is a boy, so it's been a boy from the beginning. Let's see. Okay. Oh, cartoon characters that scared you as a kid. Does anyone remember The Page Master? The movie The Page Master? I was absolutely terrified of Mr. Hyde in that movie. That was the first movie that myself and my late sister went to see together without adult supervision. And when Mr. Hyde appeared, the book people, it's the movie with the book people, yes. But just picture like child me. Good night, Chris. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. I'm with my late sister. She's a couple of years older than me, so she's looking after me. It's my first cinema trip without an adult, and we've been given permission to go and see this movie. And you see the first story is set in the horror world, and it's Jekyll and Hyde. And I didn't know anything about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So then when Dr. Jekyll becomes Mr. Hyde, the reveal of Mr. Hyde's design terrified me. Absolutely terrified me. Twitter, why are you telling me I have... Oh, there we go. It was fantasy, adventure, and horror. That was the names of the books. They represented the genres, the three genres that the kid explored. I think it was just how, like, the first time you see Mr. Hyde, he fills the screen. His entire face fills the screen, and it was a very scary face for little kid me. And I will remind everyone that we were brought up in a very strict religious household, so there was a lot of movies we were not allowed to see. So we were allowed to see this movie, and I can't remember why, but yeah, it was quite a trip. Alright. Getting close to it. Yeah, okay. That works. What did everyone do for Halloween this year? Cartoon crush. You must be new here. You don't know what my cartoon crush is? Oh my god. Okay, so I think everyone here knows, like, if they've been watching me for long enough, my first cartoon crush was Hades from the Disney movie Hercules. But another animated crush that you guys might not know about, some hot-headed guy, yeah, Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, Pegasus and his laugh. There's that, but it's kind of deeper than that because he's a tortured artist, and I was drawn to that. It's just the foppish vibe that Pegasus has. Like, I'm drawn to a lot of characters that have a similar vibe, and yeah, it's it was an awakening, shall I say? Oh my god. I'm drawn to people that are confident in themselves and have a little bit of arrogance about them, I have to admit. I I'm drawn to power, and I think that's why I'm attracted to Pegasus so much. We don't own a Christmas tree, no. If we had the space, we probably would, but we live in a really small apartment and Christmas trees just take up space, so I just rather not. Also, it's November. My birthday's in November, so I try to make a point of not celebrating Christmas until after that. I have the Thanksgiving curse as well, so my birthday's on the 23rd of November, so my birthday's often forgotten about. But it's not like I'm asking for presents or anything, I'm not a child, but it's like, if I wanted to do something for it, a lot of people already have plans because it's Thanksgiving, you know, so I can't really have a birthday party, which is frustrating because everyone's like, oh, sorry, I'm out of time for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, god damn it. Alright, whatever. And I'm 40 next year and I would like to do something big for it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I would love to go to Disney for my birthday. I've never been to a theme park or amusement park, and one thing I really want to do is I would love to go to Disney for my birthday. But money, first of all, and going to Disney with people that actually want to be there. There's nothing worse than going to a theme park or an amusement park with people that don't want to be there. Okay. Is he gonna have a tooth or not? I don't know. We'll give him a tooth just to give him a little bit of goofiness to him. But yeah, he does look a bit like Herman because of the curl of his hair. Don't like that. That looks weird. Okay. Scary baby. Very scary baby. Well, the Grinch had a point about a lot of things. It's like someone pointed out, hey, you know how the Grinch, all of the trash goes to the Grinch. Everything that the Who's throw away end up with him. Where did Max come from? Did someone throw Max away? As someone that works alongside service dogs, my husband is a service dog, and we work alongside non-profit organisations that help veterans and people with PTSD and TBI get a service dog. And these dogs, the non-profits we're with, they train dogs that are from shelters, not breeders. Hashtag adopt, don't shop. At this time of year, especially Christmas time, a lot of the most popular gifts are puppies. And the busiest time of year for shelters is January, because that's when a lot of dogs are returned to shelters because they might bite, or people think they can just adopt a dog and they don't have to train it, it should come pre-trained, and all this nonsense. I've heard all kinds of awful stories. Or someone will adopt a certain breed and not actually research into what that breed entails. A lot of shelters are full of purebred dogs, surprisingly. So yeah, it's like, where did Max come from in the Grinch story? Did like a Who like throw him away? It's kind of sad to think about that, but you know. I mean, I know it, like, Max is there to humanize the Grinch. I know that, but that's the purpose that Max has within the story. But I do have to wonder, like, where did he come from? Why is he there? I don't know if I like that face or not. I might make his face a bit more abstract. Let's duplicate it anyway, and then shrink it down. So we've got that design forever, but I want to try something. Yeah, that's terrifying. Okay, never mind. Probably followed the Grinch during a Who prank. forgot his belly button. Look at that. So that's one possible design, but I'm not sure I like it. So I'm gonna try again for... let's try something else. Okay. I made a video about the Owl House, so yes, I was a fan of the Owl House. Ah, maybe the moose followed him, maybe Max did the same. Yeah, but it looked like Max had been with him a long time. Not that that means that... Not that that means that like he didn't, like, follow him. But it's like, why would a dog follow someone and stay with them? Well, regarding Disney, um, going back to it, I highly doubt it. I would like Owl House to come back, but just not via Disney. The Owl House would be a very different show if it wasn't Disney that produced it. Imagine like the Owl House if it was produced the same way as like Has Been or Hell of a Boss was. It would be a hell of a different series. Knights of Guinevere pilot exists. Yes, it does, and I want more. I really enjoyed it. I want to see more of that. More of that, please. mean, it's cute, but it might be a bit too cartoony. Oh, really? Okay. Ah. Babies are weird. Babies are hard to draw. I'm just gonna keep doodling until something hits properly. I like the one in the middle, like this face here. the first one is a bit too busy. I want something more simple. I haven't played Magic the Gathering. I never played the card games of Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! I played the video games of Pokemon. The music stopped. Well then. The music is back, folks. Whoa! Vocals? No thank you. Dude, instrumental is literally in the tag. Oh my god. Let's try that again, shall we? trying something different with this one. Okay, that's closer to what I'm after. For sure. Definitely closer. Put him in a onesie. Well, hmm. I mean, the story's meant to be set in like the 1300s, where I could put him in a onesie, but I'll try it. Sure, I'll try it. It's not really cutting corners. It's kind of adding more detail, if I'm honest with you, but you can try it. Just a quick throwaway doodle. No. Recently saw a fan-made trailer for an animated video about Conan the Barbarian and it looks spectacular. I doubt it would ever get off the ground, but one can hope, right? Can you share that with me? I would like to see that. The Simpsons are in Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite. I'm an old woman. I don't care about Fortnite. I mean, Huntrix are in Fortnite, for God's sake. I'm like, why? Getting distracted by stuff on Facebook, sorry. Seeing clips from Welcome to Derry, I'm like, I want to watch it! Roar! A lot of it's getting spoiled for me, so yeah, I guess what's the point? my day's been okay. It's kind of uneventful, if I'm perfectly honest. Kind of boring, but I got lots of work done with commission stuff, so I'm happy about that. I am open for commissions, by the way. I'm gonna draw that top pose again, wherever it is. It is. I mean, it's cute, but it's not really the style I want to do. It's close, but it's not quite there. I mean, like, you could share it to me on Twitter. Forgive my cynicism, but just like there are so many trailers for things out that aren't real trailers that are made by like generative AI, and it makes me sad that a lot of people fall for them. And I'm not saying what you're talking about is AI generated. I just want to see the trailer so I've got context with what you're talking about. The It fatigue. Welcome to Derry, but just released this week, dude. Like, chill. Have you seen Welcome to Derry? To be honest with you, the conversation's been going all over the place. You sent me some fan art to my email. Well, thank you very much, Waluigi. Let me take a look. Aww. That's very cute, thank you. I appreciate that. It's always nice receiving fan art. That makes me happy. I didn't do anything for Halloween. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I was in a call with some friends, and I was in a call with Lightning Bliss and Dr. Wolf, and we watched Night on Bald Mountain, then The Adventures of Ichabod Crane, and just talked about past Halloween stories. Just hung out, so that was nice. We don't really do much for Halloween. My hubby is a veteran and he's not really into horror stuff because, well, because of what he's lived through. So we don't really do anything for Halloween. Also, we were just trying to save money because we're hoping to move next year. So we're just trying to keep money aside for that. Oh, Coraline's a good one. Yeah. I seen the first two episodes of has been season 2, yes. Like I tweeted yesterday or earlier today, I can't remember. I do hope to make another video about it. I want to wait until I've seen the entire season first. Dude, they've remade Anaconda? Get in! Come on! I've drawn Maddie and Mary in various costumes over the years for Halloween, yes. The first time I drew them in Halloween outfits was for my Watership Down video, I think. Maddie's dressed as the Mad Hatter and Mary's dressed as the Easter Bunny for some reason. The baby from Roger Rabbit, yes, someone mentioned it earlier. Baby Herman, yes. I know. Yeah, it does need to be in a onesie. Okay. Wow. Oh, it is playing the next one? Okay, cool. I think I'm going to be calling it an evening soon. I am tired. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I think my brain is done. But, yep, we've done some development work for Baby's design. It's not finalized by any means, but it's fine. We'll get there. It's gonna take a lot of time, and that's perfectly fine. It's kind of nice having a product that I can just take my time with. I very much appreciate the fan art you sent me. Thank you, Waluigi. Alright, everybody. I am going to play a game for the rest of the evening and just chill. Possibly get a snack as well, I think. I think I deserve it. Alright. Thank you for watching the stream. I am Mad Munchkin. Stay creative. Put your shopping cart away. Wear your seatbelt. Wash your hands. All that wonderful stuff. Let's be excellent to each other. Good night.